84,000 Canadians lost their jobs last month. And while our economy bleeds, Prime Minister Mark Carney is busy trying to buy himself a majority mandate that voters never gave him. Canada's economy is collapsing in slow motion, but instead of fixing it, he's called 3 by-elections, cutting backroom deals, and flying around the world for photo ops while Parliament sits half empty. And here's the real punch. We sit on 170 billion barrels of oil and call ourselves an energy superpower, yet we can't get a single drop to global markets. No pipelines, a tanker ban on the West Coast, and zero progress on infrastructure while costs explode at home. This isn't bad luck. This is leadership that refuses to stay focused, refuses to stay present, and refuses to stay home. 84,000 jobs gone. Unemployment at 6.7%. Wages flat. Borrowing costs up. Families hanging by a thread. Statistics Canada shows losses across manufacturing, construction, education, and retail, the backbone sectors of our economy. Behind those numbers are lives on pause, parents skipping meals so kids can eat, mortgage renewals swallowing savings, young workers wondering if opportunity even exists anymore. So much for the elbows-up rhetoric. 3 pressures are crushing the workforce. First, record-high borrowing costs. Businesses renewing loans at nearly double interest rates are cutting payroll to survive. Second, a collapse in business investment. Per worker capital spending has fallen behind every G7 nation. Third, bureaucracy that chokes progress, from stalled housing programs to the Canada Disability Benefit that still excludes half the people it promised to help. We built systems that slow everything except decline. Carney entered office promising stability and competence. He received neither a mandate nor a majority, and has acted as if both were optional. Every major policy now depends on political deals. Floor crossers are recruited, independents are courted, and Parliament feels more like a numbers game than a national plan. When the focus shifts from Canadians to caucus math, the country drifts, silently but steadily, away from progress. Those negotiations take time, attention, and direction, the same things missing from Canada's economic response. Infrastructure builds remain frozen. Housing projects crawl through federal bottlenecks. Energy corridors still exist only in PowerPoint slides. Mobility and disability modernization lingers on paper. While leadership plays politics, everyday Canadians pay the price. Now, 3 new by-elections have been called, in swing ridings chosen not for representation, but for advantage. Each potential win pushes Carney closer to the parliamentary majority he could never earn through a national vote. When leadership spends more time campaigning than governing, economic reality begins to outpace rhetoric, and Canadians see the difference directly in their wallets. We claim to be an energy superpower. We are anything but. Canada holds some of the world's largest oil reserves, 170 billion barrels, yet lacks a single West Coast pipeline to export them. A federal tanker ban still blocks northern shipping routes. So our oil flows almost entirely south to the US, discounted and dependent. Meanwhile, with conflict escalating around Iran and energy markets tightening by the week, nations worldwide are begging for reliable supply. Canada could meet that demand, but policy paralysis keeps our prosperity landlocked. This is not environmental virtue. It's economic malpractice. No pipelines, no exports. No exports, reduced federal revenues. Reduced revenues, higher debt and taxes. Higher taxes, less investment. Less investment, more layoffs. That is the feedback loop of decline. And if by-elections hand this leadership a secure majority, those same self-defeating choices could be locked in for years. Job loss is never just a statistic. Every lost position is a household shaken, a career stalled, a dream postponed. The strain spreads to mental health, families, and caregiving. For Canadians living with disabilities, physical, cognitive, or neurological, it means facing an even steeper fight for opportunity. An economy that sidelines its most capable citizens cannot call itself advanced. The path forward is not mystery, it's courage. Cut red tape and approve truly national infrastructure, energy, housing, digital, and transport. Modernize mobility and disability programs to restore independence and dignity. Build a productivity roadmap with clear targets: jobs, investment, innovation. End policy theatrics. Start measurement. Leadership means results measured in jobs, stability, and opportunity, not headlines. Canada deserves government, not constant campaigning. Action, not announcements. Presence, not performance. Every flight hour abroad should equal an hour spent addressing affordability at home. Every political deal should mean one fewer family wondering how to make it to next month. A majority built on maneuvers isn't strength, it's fragility. We can still choose differently. 84,000 jobs gone. Pipelines unbuilt. Promises unkept. A prime minister chasing numbers while the economy sinks under them. The warning lights are flashing across every sector, but Ottawa still treats the dashboard like decoration. History tells us what happens next to nations that ignore their own signals. They lose control of their direction. But direction can be reclaimed. We just need leaders and citizens willing to take the wheel. Because this story isn't finished. Canada has every resource a country could ask for: energy, innovation, compassion, and resilience. We've built miracles before. We can build again. The power to reset our priorities doesn't rest in Parliament alone, it rests in Canadians who still care enough to demand better. The future we want is still within reach. We just need to stop waiting for permission from those who lost focus, and start rebuilding this country together. Stay informed. Stay engaged. Subscribe to the channel. Because Canada's best days don't arrive by accident, they're built by citizens who refuse to quit on their country. If this helped you, start here. And I'll see you in the next one.